back to Toya DTV. Happy Sunday, y'all. All right, so we are recapping. So we are reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville season 4. Y'all, my bad on last video. I said season 3. No, season 4. This is episode 2. You Scots to be lying. First scene. So apparently Martell has a lot in the works. He is producing a book with his children. So basically him and his children are becoming authors. So he has a lot of traveling, real estate and things. So his manager, Melnika, is his new manager, and basically he needs photos for everything. So she's doing a full on photo shoot for him. And this particular one that we are witnessing is like his sexy photo shoot. So they got a bathtub, rose petals, all this and all that. And he's like, I need to get oily. I need to get oily. So he wants baby oil. He calls Destiny because Destiny just had a baby. He knew that she was 5 minutes away and that she probably would be able to bring him some. So she brought him some. And what I noticed is that their interaction does not seem flirty. It's a little bit weird, but I don't know. I think they grew up together. Everybody's like flaring up. Oh my gosh, she want Martell. I don't think so. But anyway, she dropped the baby oil. He did his photo shoot, and that was that. So we see Mel and Stormy. They are friends, and basically they met at one of Stormy's hair product shows. Mel is relaunching her skincare line, and she's basically falling on her for advice, a good solid ear or good solid advice for a new business venture to make sure you don't fall flat, you don't fall backwards or hit too hard. So, I like the advice of her telling her, make sure your inventory system is up to par, make sure it's not nothing rinky dink. Basically, that's where your money's going to be. You need to know what you have, know what you are not selling, know what you are selling, know what's going fast, know what's coming in. So she gave her that sound advice. Then they move on to the reunion, and it was funny that she mentioned this part because we all knew Mel was lying when she said this. So she was just like, I was laughing to myself. She was like, at what? You didn't remember the fellatio, Mel? So Mel bust out laughing because she knew she was lying. She was like, I don't owe him nothing, which I would have respected her more if she would have just said that. Like, I don't owe Martell any sort of explanations for anything. So yeah, so they kiki about that. Then she mentions, if you let the side chick tell it, Martell been licking her booty or something like that. And I'm like, why, Mel? Why would you say that? Why would you give that any energy? Like, why? I felt like she messed up when she gave that energy. Then we see Tisha and Marcel. They're still talking about Scott Manor, which we've been hearing about since season 1. Miss Wanda walk in, and basically she has created a food truck. She got a food truck, y'all, and it's called Show Enough Wanda. And that is so suiting and fitting for her to have any business. It's Show Enough Wanda. You right about that. So Marcel is a little confused on why she's giving Tisha information regarding the business. And Tisha's like, because we invested in it. It was put out there that she wanted to create a food truck. And Marcel gave some roundabout answer. And they took it at just that. They tied up loose ends and they thought they were good to go ahead and invest in that business. Well, apparently, Marcel said that he was just giving a sneaky way to say no. And it's like, why not just say no? It was clear when he said that was just a sneaky way of saying no. So he's admitting to being sneaky, which we all see. Basically, Wanda was like, you know what? I've been hearing a lot of things and, I can let it be. But when people come up out the social media or anywhere talking about my daughter, I'm coming through. So what I want to know is, did you have or rent or have a apartment or any place to stay basically with Martell? And he talked around, and basically he did not give an answer. And she just broke it down. Now, I did like how she broke it down. She was like, you know what? Some people would say you're lying because of how you're talking. She was like, if you don't want to answer the question, you could just say yes or no. But if you don't want to say yes or no, just say you're not going to answer the question and leave it be. And that's what he did not do. He didn't just say, no, I'm not going to answer your question. He kept talking in sentences or restating the question it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. But that's what he was doing. And she was like, now you're making me mad. Now I want to know, did you have it? Did you have anything to do with it? Did you have a place with him? Birds of a feather flock together. He was like, I never flocked with him. So it's like, Marcel kind of threw his weight around a little bit. Like, okay, you want me to invest in your food truck? You need to go get me a cup of coffee. And it's almost like Jalen has gotten his own place now. So we're at his house. Maurice and Kimmy show up. And he's just like, baby girl, put your clothes on. Mom just walked in the house. So a part of me feel like it could have possibly really been somebody up there. And the way Kimmy's face was looking, Kimmy get that, like, that disbelief look on her face. And it's kind of funny. But I mean, Jalen's grown. It is what it is. Now, Kimmy says she's not worried about him living on his own. She's more concerned about what's happening after dark. And I'm like, you don't want to know what's probably happening after dark. Like, he's a dude. He's a man. Let him be a man. Jalen points out that, hey, social media's been lit. I saw some things and I laughed it off at first. And then I started reading the comments and I realized, like, do these people know more about my family than I do? Again, Kimmy's like, what are you talking about? The picture? The photo? And he's like, yeah, the photo that was posted about the guys trip or whatever. He was like, are y'all okay? So in this moment, I really felt like Maurice should have stepped up as the man and the head of the marriage. He should have stepped up and had this conversation with Jalen in front of Kimmy. That would have said so much more than him sitting back and letting Kimmy do all the talking. Because the accusation was on him, not on Kimmy. So it's like, that was really a moment to have, and I know that's not his, his biological dad, but it's like, that would have been a real nice moment to have a bonding moment and truly be a man. He's still your son. Once you got married, you took on the family. So that would have been a real moment to look Jalen in his eyes and talk man to man. Kimmy's there, yeah, but Kimmy should not always have to be defending you. Some things you gotta really, like, this man is concerned for his mom. So as a true man, he should have talked to him straight up, without filters, talking in circles the way he do Kimmy. He should have talked to him. Mel wants to have a sleepover with all her adult friends. It does sound cheesy, but when I think about it, I would be down for this, like, once every year, something like that. I would be down for it. Now, not at Christmas time. Not at Christmas time. This is going to have to be something like a straight up girls trip. Something where it shouldn't be a holiday. But I do believe there is something there when you get together with all your girls and everybody is just like child free, man free, husband free, and it's just y'all. It makes a huge difference. So while we're there, Stormy and Kiki are talking to Kimmy in the kitchen. So they basically ask her about the picture. And in this moment, I really felt like Kimmy was, y'all. Okay, so I've picked up that Kimmy really does play dumb. And it's not really her playing dumb. That is her way of handling, oh God, here we go again. That's her way of, we talking about the same picture again. Like, that's her way of exhaling, like, ugh. So when they asked her about it, she was, Kiki was just like, have you really dealt with it? Like, are you really okay? And that's when she was like, I've dealt with it. I'm okay. We've talked and, it wasn't tasteful. And at this time, Mel comes up. It wasn't tasteful, but I can see where you're coming from. And Stormy just put it out there. She was like, no, that is messed up. And Mel had to step in and was like, I feel like you should take your blinders off. You should open your eyes because anything is possible. Anything is possible. Just don't think that somebody's laughing it off. Some of them are laughing it off because it's actually happening. So basically, they're trying to get Kimmy to open up her eyes. Kimmy is going to see what Kimmy wants to see. And as the show go on, it really seems like it was truly possible that she could have been the side chick and was completely unaware that she was the side chick. Basically, she just needs to tell everybody, look, we are together. We're married. I'm good. Whatever happened then, I don't care. Because that's what it seems. So after Mel told her she need to take, like, just take the scales off her eyes, just take the blinders off. That's when she then looked at Tisha's cousin, Kiki, and was like, you know what? I thought, I had moved on and me and Tisha were in a good place. We were not in a good place. She just kind of laughed at my pain a lot of times when me and Destiny were going through what we were going through. She was just saying she don't need negative people in her space. Basically, she just put out there that Tisha just chooses to ignore things. And that's how it got brought up, because Kimmy is kind of choosing to ignore the situation with the photo being posted, because Maurice did say he was never there, which was an outright lie at this point. Mel is like, yeah, that was a messed up situation. It wasn't not tasteful. It was not, you can't say that it wasn't tasteful. It was messed up. It's beyond not tasteful. Mel asked her, had Tisha ever heard any rumors, or is this the very first time anything's ever came up about Marceau? Now, Kiki kept it real and was like, well, she's heard some things, but she's never seen anything. So the way Tisha handles it is, if she don't see it, it basically didn't happen, because it's like hearsay. Now, in my opinion, cousin doing too much. Kiki doing too much. You are family. At the end of the day, just like Kimmy said, if you weren't going to invite Tisha to the party, why are we sitting around talking about Tisha? Even though I don't think they plan to talk about Tisha, but the fact that the cousin is there and she's dishing the information. She's dishing the information that Tisha at one point did have some concerns. That's not the first time anything has been said or Marceau has been accused of doing anything. Clearly, there's been some other hearsay. Tiffany needed some airtime, so she wants a sidebar with Kimmy about something that happened at the reunion. He got fired from the Chambers of Commerce, and she wanted to debunk that and say it's not true. She left. She wanted to start a job, another job, and that's how that went. So in the midst of them talking and having their conversation, Stormy sat down and was like, well, what happened? They had to rehash it right there on the spot, and Stormy didn't know. So she asked Tiffany, did she still work at the Chamber of Commerce? And she said no, that was like 5 years ago. And then that's when she was like, that's like mentioning something somebody did at the age of 12. And Kim was like, oh, you trying to be smart. Tiffany, why are you on the show? Can anybody tell me why Tiffany is on the show? It looks like Tiffany is picking fights with people just so she can have airtime and have people to film with. Carlos King asked, what were some of the things you've heard about Tiffany? He called on Kimmy, and Kimmy just told the truth. I heard she got fired from the Chamber of Commerce. That's the only thing Kimmy said. So it's like, you're nitpicking at this point. If you didn't get fired, you didn't get fired. End of story. Like, it is what it is. All right, y'all. That was the review. Tell me how y'all felt on some real talk. Thank y'all for dealing with me through this video. Honestly, I'm not feeling all that good right now, but I'm pushing through so that y'all can get this information, get what y'all need from this show, and go ahead and thumbs up and like the video. Leave comments, subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.